Hi guys, hope you're well. So today we're talking about a HEUER Carrera, the 160 limited edition, 1,860 ever made. And for me, HEUER were one of those brands, one of the first brands I'd ever heard of. Someone at school went, "Oh, such and such has got a HEUER watch. Wow, it's so expensive. It's so famous." HEUER, Casio and Rolex, they're the first watch brands that I was ever conscious of as a young man, probably high school, 11, 12, 13, I'd first heard of tags. So they've always been in my psyche, and I've always had a bit of a soft spot for them. I think within the watch community, you say tag, and the general response is, "Oh, they're not very good." Weirdos. I'm Andrew, and I'm a watch addict. Yeah, so what I was saying is that people sort of diss tag just for the sake of dissing tag. I think it's, people widely feel that they went through a good patch, then they went through a bad patch, and now they're getting a bit better. And you've got to say with this one, it is really nice. I have got a previous experience with a tag Aqua Racer. I bought two different versions of that, and I have been very close to buying a tag Carrera in the past myself. So this is a real treat. This has come from Francis and Gay, so a big, big thank you again to them guys. And a lot of people ask me about Ryan at Francis and Gay. What does he look like? Well, guys and ladies, he's suave, he's handsome, he's debonair, and he dresses to the height of fashion. Absolutely suave dresser. So yeah, if you go down to Francis and Gay, I've always said it, Scout's honour, just use the code Andrew is an internet sensation and you will get a massive discount on any watch. Just try it, guys. It is worth a go. Save yourself a bit of money. Get in touch with Ryan and buy yourself a watch. And if you do that, they'll send me more to review. So that's brilliant. So we're talking about the ceramic bezel sports watch chronograph. So you've got to say, well, the Zenith that's come out recently, and then obviously the big boy, the Rolex Daytona. They're wildly more expensive than this. Now, this is a £4,895 watch, and the stats on it are pretty impressive, to be honest. It's got an in-house movement, and that's a big thing in it now, really. People want in-house more than anything. Now, I'm not dissing it, but just answer me this. Think about this. My Bremont broadsword, entry-level Bremont, that was a COSC certified movement. So COSC certified, very accurate, but that was an ETA movement off the shelf that they'd bought in. Is that worse than an in-house movement? This has actually been very accurate, so what I've measured it from, but does the fact that in-house, is that better than a COSC certified ETA movement? I don't know. It's just a question that there's such a trend and a popularity around in-house movements at the moment. Does it make a big deal? Subconsciously, maybe, but it shouldn't really, should it? For me, I don't drive. I know some people will drive cars and it's all about what engine's in there, but if it's a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari, it's taken for granted what engine is sitting inside it, really. And I suppose it's a similar thing with watches. So it's a big boy, but not as big as you'd think at a 44mm case. So it's got short lug to lugs, which is really important. 49mm lug to lug, which is a big deal. I think anything under 50 is wearable, and this short lug makes this 44mm watch very, very wearable. 22mm lugs, which tapers down to 19. Hardly worth tapering, but it does taper. And then, 22 down 15mm thick. What am I fucking saying? Excuse my French. 22mm lugs, tapers down to 19, and it's 15mm thick. God, got my knickers in a twist on that one, didn't I? So it is a great looking watch. The dial is classed as a silver dial, but again, 99.9 timers out of the 10. I don't think that quite works, does it? It's going to be a white dial, but just in low light reflection, it does look silver at times. And it's a chronograph. The sub-dials, they're really crisp, they're really elegant, really well designed. You can legible, you can read them. They've got really thin normal hands, so when the second hand is passing over, you're not gonna, like on the Tudor black base steel and gold chrono, the hands are so chunky that actually there's times of the day when you can't actually read the chronograph. That's not actually the case on this one, so that's pretty good. Ceramic bezel, again, that makes it a really sporty number, and obviously it's got big boy competitors in that league, but for under 5,000, it's a great looking watch, and the in-house and the back of it is really, really sexy. The fact that it says 160th anniversary on the wheel, And it's just something about having a clear case back for me. It's a winner. It's always a winner when you've got, like, it's always an added bonus. It's also got a massive 80 hours of power reserve, which is absolutely fantastic. My Rolex Datejust has only got 70 hours. My Omega Globemaster has only got 60 odd. So yeah, an 80 hours in-house movement, it does up Tag's game, especially with this watch. So not only does it look the business, but actually it backs it up with in-house and massive power reserve. So they're really good things. It's got a standard 100-meter water resistance, which again, that's a good thing. Anything lower than 100 is a bit piss poor, to be honest, isn't it? I think the Breitling Navitimer is at 30 meters. God, it just feels so delicate. So 100 meters, it always gives that bit of reassurance and that bit of security. Comes with a 2-year warranty. The grey dial, rather than, is it grey or is it white? I don't know. But what I do want to talk about with this watch, when, I don't know if you can see, I'll put a clip up, that it actually looks like it's going to be a butterfly clasp when you look at the clasp. It just literally folds into nothing, and there's literally no bulkiness to it at all. I think that's really fantastic. When you press the dual buttons, it opens up just as a normal clasp, but it's just really, really well engineered and really not delicate, but just compact in its design. I think that's a really, really nice feature. The bracelet itself, the links join together and they offer such a great drape, and you can just imagine it going around any wrist of any size because it has just got that gorgeous drape on it. One of the negatives I would say is that I'm a bit surprised that it hasn't got screw links. So on a watch of this cost, it has just got the pins. Now, that's picking, and you just expect screws, don't you? At this, you expect a good screw at this cost, at least. So yeah, that was a little disappointing. But again, that's just being a watch enthusiast, a watch addict. People who are buying this watch in the real world probably won't even pick up on that. They'll get the guy in the shop. They'll get Ryan in his fancy coat to take the links out in the shop, and then they'll never wear it and never consider it again and just put the watch on and enjoy it. So it's just little things that normal people don't think about, but us watch geeks, we do think about it, don't we? The date as well, I think that's a really strange one. Strange, unique. I don't think I've ever seen it where the date window is at 12 o'clock. Now, because obviously there's not much space on this dial for the date to go anywhere else, but I think it works. I think you've got the applied logo just underneath it, and it does work, but it's one of those things when you look at a watch, you expect it to be in 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock, anywhere else, and it sort of messes with your psyche, it freaks you out a little bit. So at 12 o'clock, the good thing is that the back of the date numbers does match the dial, so it blends in really well. So again, that's just, is it unique? Is it strange? Does it annoy you? I don't know which one it is for me, but I think they do get away with it. Overall, this watch is something that I've been thinking about a bigger watch for a while now. I've been saying it, guys. So at 44mm, it is big, but at that lug to lug, under 50mm, it's wearable. One of my big gripes always with watches is the gamble of not having micro adjustment. Now, I've got the Globemaster. That was a total gamble. I didn't know if it was going to fit on the bracelet, but I've got away with it, and it's comfortable and it doesn't drape down too much. But when I bought the Omega Globemaster, that jangled around like a lady's bracelet on my wrist, and it just drove me insane. So to buy this watch at that price, as a brand, as a tag company, all watch companies should just get a little bit of micro adjustment in there, because how many guys out there have bought a watch and the deciding factor on selling it on has been the lack of micro adjustment? I know it's happened to me on several occasions, and it could happen with this. So yeah, unless you get the guys in the shop, can you get people to take links out just to try a watch on? It's not like socially acceptable, is it? So it's just one of those things that would play on my mind. So I'd have to be really confident to know it's going to wear, because at 44, if it is a bit baggy and it dangles down, it's just going to look an eyesore. And it's a shame, because as a sports watch, it's a really good size, looks the business, it's got real presence. The ceramic bezel is, oh la la, it's a real eye catcher, is that. And one of the deciding factors is always, I show the wife, do you like it? And she said, yeah, she does like it. So it's on the list now. So I think my too good, too bad on this. The too bad are the lack of pins, really minor, really petty is that, to be honest, and the lack of micro adjustment. So my too good on this, although I've just criticised the screws, actually the bracelet over all that drape and the gorgeous polishing in between, I think that's a really good thing. And then the dials, I love a panda dial, reverse panda dial, whatever you want to call it. That black-white combo for me is iconic, and almost iconic in any watch. If I see a panda dial, I think they look really, really sexy watches. So overall, if you've got this kind of money, I think it's worth it. I think it's a really good watch. Would I have it? I would, but I've still got my heart set on that Planet Ocean, the white dial with the orange bezel. But it's just so out there in colourways. I mean, it wouldn't match what I've got on today. It'd probably look a bit weird. I've got a lot of red check shirts. It'd look weird with that, wouldn't it? So that shouldn't matter. I'm talking like a watch idiot again, aren't I? But all things to consider when you're buying a watch, if they go with your clothes. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Over and out. I'll see you in the next one.